Hello and welcome to the second episode of my Feed the Beast Insanity Let's Play. Today we're going to do the quest for a redstone paradise. Those are them. We need a clock, a block breaker, energy crystal, a deployer, a piston, a dispenser, a transposer, a timer, and a quarry. All of them shouldn't be too difficult. I have done some EMC gathering between episodes and also left the map running while I was editing shit to get more EMC by in form of mob drops, and that was pretty that worked well. So I made more of those Klein stars because you can upgrade them. That is what we're going to do now. And I know that we are going to need some stone pretty soon. So let's just do that. Take some stone. So I want to get all of the AMC out. Because we would lose it in the next step if I didn't. And before we start through, I'm going to melt some stone. To get those wafers, we're going to need them. And they don't have EMC. So we're going to have to melt every single one we need manually. So the first thing we're going to do is combine 4 Kleinster 1 to get a Kleinster 2. It holds 4 times as much as a Kleinster 1 does, which is pretty awesome. And let's just put all of our... Holy shit. That is actually quite a lot of it. Did not think I had that much. Okay, so and another thing I did between episodes, I built 2 of those energy condensers. They're pretty easy. If you put something in, they condense stuff and change it. For example, if I put an apple in, see the counter of the bone meal changed. And the same I'm doing here for the mob drops, so I can store more of them. There will be a zombie flush coming in pretty shortly, and the counter got bigger. Bigger, not bitter. So, we have some wafers. I'm going to have to go back and write down all the things I need for the quests. And then we can start building those things. So I've prepared the first 3 items. The clock, the block breaker, and the energy crystal. So I've prepared the second set of items. First of all, the deployer, the piston, the dispenser. So the transposer is pretty easy to craft. Okay, for the timer we have to work a bit more. We need 3 stone wires, which is just a wafer and a redstone piece. Then actually need 2 more pieces of redstone. Yep, that's about right. Then we need 2 stone anodes, 2 redstone torches, 1 for a pointer, and the other one for the stone cathode. And now all of them together give you a timer. And definitely the most expensive thing in this quest line is the quarry. We need a diamond pickaxe, a redstone piece, iron gears, gold gears, and diamond gears. So that's 7 gears in total. That means we need a lot of that, some iron, some gold. That should be all we need. And stone gears. That should make us 7 iron gears. 4 of those we then upgrade to gold. And 2 of them we upgrade to diamond. Nearly forgot that thing. So we need 3 more diamonds and 2 more sticks. 2, 3. That gives us the diamond pickaxe. Now we can craft a quarry. Oh, and now finally we can craft ourselves the quarry. And those are all the 9 blocks we need. I really don't know what we get, but hopefully resin, and last but not least, the clock. Now this one should light up, and we also get a reward. It is a rubber tree and copper. That should open a whole nother quest line. I'm not sure which one I am going to have to go through all of it, and so we make sure we don't lose it. Learn it to that thing. Okay, gotta cut down the tree. And now it's time to plant the rubber tree and let it grow. Let's just quickly make a tab and make a pistol shape. Now we only need 1 resin. It has EMC. Can't see any spots on this tree. Okay, but we got our resin. Okay, going to take a quick look at the monument and see which quests we can do. Okay, so the next quest line is going to be burn rubber. This one is going to take a bit longer than the last one because I have to prepare more things, especially a lot of refined iron, and I'm gonna have to smelt a lot of resin. So that is the first thing I'm going to prepare. How about let's just smelt about 2 stacks of resin and 2 stacks of iron. 1 stack of resin, 2 stacks of resin, 1 stack of iron, 2 stacks of iron. Then we're gonna need a lot of copper. Let's just take 3 stacks. We will definitely need it. A lot of redstone, some diamonds. Let's just take 8. And that should be basically all we need. Okay, so I think it is time to start the first part. I'm going to make quite a few electric circuits, like 16 or so. We're definitely gonna need a lot of them. Then we're gonna need at least 1 HV cable, 4 times insulated. Holy shit, you only need 3. That kinda does not really make sense, does it? And the first thing we're going to craft is an EU detector cable, and that is it. First thing already crafted. I know for a fact that we're going to need at least 1 tree tap. Fortunately I do have one, not used at all. And we need a machine block. That is only 8 refined iron, so it's really not expensive at all. And 2 electric circuits. Now that was pretty easy actually. Of course we can't really use it. And the next thing is an MFE. The MFE is a bit more expensive. We need 4 diamonds. Maybe keep some of those cables on hand. And we need 4 energy crystals. That is the expensive part of this recipe, as it is 4 diamonds. And another machine block. By the way, you can turn it back into refined iron ingots if you have made too many machine blocks. But I don't think that will happen that often. Okay, we have made our MFE. It's the first tier of energy storage. Macerator is next on the list. For that, we're going to need gravel. You have to make sandstone. That has 4 AMC. And hit it with your Philosopher's Stone. Now we got gravel. And to get gravel, we are just going to need to break it. And there we have it. 1, 2, 3. Actually only 3. The macerator itself is pretty inexpensive as well. It's a machine block. Most of the blocks in IC2 are machine blocks. Oh, totally forgot that I am going to need some cleanstone for... no. For the compressor I'm going to need cleanstone. For that I am going to need cobblestone. But let's just get the cobblestone before that. The smooth stone. So we don't have to get it later on. Now this is the macerator done. The next thing is an HV transformer. This one is a bit more expensive. It's not too complicated. We actually have everything prepared, and we need another one of them crystals. MV transformer, circuit. That's 5 out of 9 done. Now we need an electric furnace. This one actually is really cheap. We only need some iron in the furnace. Let's just take a bit too much out. Iron furnace, redstone. And a circuit. Now the compressor is also really cheap. We're going to have to make another one of all of them. But I think I'm going to do that off camera. Crafting them once in a let's play I think is enough. You don't really have to watch me craft it every time. Compressor. Tesla coil is the next thing. I think that one will be more expensive. Actually no. Are those things all so cheap? Can't really believe it. And now we got our Tesla coil. The last thing we need is a crop matron. Get some crop. And then we only need another machine block. And we have finished that quest. 2 electronic circuits on that side. Let's just put all of that stuff away. Get everything in our inventory. And throw everything in there. Now we only have to wait a little and one of them should turn on. I think it should be that one. No, it's that one. And what is our request? Our reward? I think it's tin. It might be tin. Yes. And pumpkin. Pumpkin farms are actually not a bad farm either. Tin and that. As always, I'm going to take a quick peek at which quest we're going to have to do next. So the next quest is the Bronze Age. For most of those quests we only need a lot of bronze, and to make bronze in this pack you need a macerator. So that is the first thing I'm going to do. And another thing is we are going to need at least a few melons and stuff. So yeah, those are the next 2 things I'm going to do. So one thing I'm also going to need is a mean of creating power, and for that I am going to use a generator. Isn't that? Yes. Now you can put coal into here. Let's just take a stack of charcoal out. We only need to macerate 3 copper and 1 tin. The bronze itself does have an EMC value, so that is nice. So let's craft for the first and only time bronze blend or bronze dust. Quickly melt it, and now we have unlimited access to bronze. So the first thing we're going to make is a carpenter, and for that we're going to need a sturdy casing. I have calculated that we're going to need at least 6, so I'm just gonna make it 8. And now with a bit more bronze and some glass, we get a carpenter. And actually we are going to need to use it. And to use it we're going to need some power. So the next thing I'm going to make is the electrical engine, which is just a bit of tin and a piston. Of course I forgot to put to get a piston. Let's just get 2, because we also need to make another one later, another engine. So we need 2 of that, a piston in here, a piece of glass here, and some tin here. So as far as I know, that this thing converts EU power to RF. No, not RF. MJ. Really old version of Minecraft. And we're going to need a lever. If I can remember correctly, you cannot place the lever on the side here. And we need to make a hardened machine for the Rainmaker. And for that we're also gonna need some water. I think it's 5 buckets. Okay, let's just put them in. One bucket, 2 buckets, 3, 4, and 5. And yes, we can craft it. I don't actually think it will take that much water. Okay, so it's finishing it, but very, very slowly. We don't really have a good energy economy yet, but that definitely is going to change. I think once we finish that quest, it is time to do some base building and make a beautiful one of them. The thing I really want to get is, first of all, glowstone and clay. Those are the 2 things I really want to have right now. So the hardened machine is finished and we can make the Rainmaker. That is just some tin gears, 4 tin gears, and 4 glass. Tin gears, glass I have somewhere in those chests, and hopefully that is like that. Yes, the Rainmaker. Then we definitely also can make a forester and the mushroom farm, mushroom pick. Oh, I think I have a completely wrong recipe in mind. The forester is a farm plus some diamonds around it. The mushroom farm. Picker. We need the mushroom picker. Is it logger? Holy shit, that is expensive. Logger plus now some mushrooms around it. Let's just do it like that. Now with the mushroom picker, we definitely need to wait for that stupid thing to grow. But I think the biogas engine is pretty easy to make. Let's just make it first then. So we just need 2 bronze gears, a piston, and a piece of glass, and a bit more of bronze. So we can tick that off our list as well. Pumpkin farm, bio power generator. That's just some gold, a sturdy machine, and some glass. Now that is really not expensive at all. And we've got a bio power generator. We can also make this still right away. It's only some redstone, sturdy machine, and some glass. So we already have the carpenter for the forester and for the pumpkin farm. I think it is smart to wait on that thing. Oh, and actually I can make the forester. I found a recipe that does not require a whole farm, but only something called an arboretum, and you can use that as well. So there's only 1 item missing, and for that one we are going to need a pumpkin. Oh yes, the pumpkin finally grew. Okay, let's teach it to that thing. And the way to get melons is pretty easy. You take your pumpkin, place it there, and hit it with the Philosopher's Stone. Now we get melons, of course, and with 9 melons, you can craft the block. Teach that thing to the table as well. So I have done a bit of EMC farming, as you can see. As you can see, I have done a lot of EMC farming while I was waiting. I think there are too many mobs up there. Could that be the case? Because it's a bit lagging. Okay, so now we finally can build that pumpkin farm. 1 and 2. I'm going to take one more of those melons to also get myself some seeds and teach the seeds to the tablet as well. We finally finished that quest and take all of those things and throw them into here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. This one should light up anytime soon if we did everything correctly. Yes! This is the 4th chapter finished. What do we get? I hope either... Oh, we need to go one further. Glowstone would be awesome. No, we get lapis. So, lapis we need for the next chapter, gated logic. That is the first quest. We're really going to need some infrastructure. Put that urgently in here. Shit! This is really bad. This is really bad. Quickly get a chest. Fix the problem. But unfortunately that has to be it for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like. It would warm my heart a lot. And also consider subscribing to my channel. Bye bye.